Hello everybody, and welcome back to me doing some reviews and some records I picked up. Long story short, this is the second video of the series. I don't know how many videos. I'm breaking it down in some reasonable lengths because there's over 130 records I picked up. So it's kind of hard to go through them all, and we'll talk about quirks, the artists I know, and some history of it. I noticed that most of these records, as I figured when I bought them, are playable condition. There's nothing really collectible per se onto it. They're just here because they're here. Most of them are worn out beyond belief, but there's a few cracked ones, some oddities. But again, we're going to have a little fun here going through some of these singles I picked up. These are all 45 RPM records. There's some cool stuff in here. Anywho, again, I picked this up from a gentleman that I've done business in past with train shows. I went to a big train show over in Syracuse, and this was this is one of the things I picked up. So, of course, the next couple of days or so, I'm going to just try to do a bunch of these. Show off some of the records are picked up and everything. So, okay, so first one, I'm just going to go. I got my 10 out here today, so we're just going to go in here. This is, I got to figure out where I need to put the record so you can really read it. So, I got an Amy Stewart, Knock on Wood. That's an Eddie Floyd song that she did in the 1970s. And this one says it's AS short stereo, so this must be the A side. It does say A side right there in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, we flip it around, and it is Back Up When You're Beautiful. That must be the original one right there as a B side. So, it's kind of cool. Amy Stewart. And I think that was her only major hit. Oh, now this is one. This is a good one if you got the record for it. This is the single version of Hot Stuff, Little Donna Summers. Let's see what's the back on. Journey to the Center of Your Heart. It's interesting. That's the B-side on that. The Love has the intro. Does it have the intro on it? No, it says 49. Okay, that's just the record number. I thought we had it. I'm also too looking if there's any like crazy writing into the grooves or anything. Also, some of these are in really great shape. Oop, we're shaking a little bit. I'm on a piece of board here, so look at them. Okay, those are flat. Okay, so Pablo Cruz, Love Will Find a Way. Of course, you don't know Pablo Cruz did all sorts of different, I'll say industrial video music and stuff that's commercial music that you use for industrial. Look at copyrighted and stuff like that. Promotional videos. That ABC Sports theme back in the 80s and 90s was Pablo Cruz, and they did a few other themes as well. And it was as a group. I mean, they were still active as a group when they did that stuff. So Love Will Find a Way. Oh, here we go. This is great. Incense and Peppermints. Strawberry Alarm Clock. Of course, the second side looks like it's rough for some reason. I'm looking at the edge here. Don't see it. That's the A side, of course. They say 40, 41. Okay, so that must be the thing. So it's 18. Okay, that's nice. Oh yeah, the old Uni label, Universal Music. Okay, again. Here we go. Funny Guy. Let's see what it is. Yep, okay, so this is actually My Girl Bill by Jim Stafford. Now, this is what, 74 it says. And it's produced with Lobo. Oh, Lord Lobo produced this stuff? I didn't know that. So this is Spider and Snakes guy, Chris. Guy, really talented musician. Great guitarist. If you see some of his YouTube videos, beautiful. It's like he knows his instrument. He's very adept at the guitar. Yeah, he got stuck into the Branson. He's a Nashville guy. He got stuck in Branson. Of course, this is MGM, the Curb era, so it had to be clean. Yep, and Jim Stafford may be a little risque. He's a goofy guy like Ray Stevens, but he was fun. Got a little Vic Dana. And he's doing Neil Diamond. He actually did quite a few Neil Diamonds and sad songs. Right, for this A side or B side? Don't look like it. And yeah, people don't realize that Vic Dana was, he was one of the crooners of the time. I think this may be the first side because he did quite a few. He did a few Neil Diamond covers. I would say he did quite a few, but towards the 70s, he was starting to do Neil Diamond, more adult stuff, because he was a teen pop guy. I mean, he always was that teen pop, into the lines of Bobby Darin, Bobby Vinton, and he was trying to give himself out, like Ricky Nelson, that sort of era. He was doing Ricky Nelson type stuff too. So, but the thing is, Ricky Nelson was doing his own music. He knew how to write his own songs after a while, because he did Garden Party a little later on. But he was doing his own B-sides at that time. But Vic Dana, I'll pop this back up here. So Vic Dana, a guy born in Buffalo, he was doing tap. He was a tap dancer. Lo and behold, he had a total stage act back into 40s, 50s. He was a stage actor. He was doing it since he was a kid. And one day, Sammy Davis Jr. Saw him in the shows and signed him up. That's why he was on Liberty, because it was I think that was one of the ones that the guys were doing on Rack Pack. Sammy was on Liberty, so it would make some sense. We got Sunday Mercy Fireball, which we flip it around, should be Love. The reason why I picked this up. So this is Mercy. They're out of Florida, I think Tampa area. Last time I knew, maybe Jacksonville. I've seen both cities mentioned in there. I think they moved, but very good, great song. Love can make you happy. One hit wonder, of course. Okay, we got Dionne Warwick. Oh, see, that's Paper Mache, but that's it. Wine is Young, so I'm thinking that's the B side. So the A side is Paper Mache. Oh yeah, she was the voice of Backrack and David, which is it. See, it's produced by Backrack and David. I think the engineering was done. That was not really a big hit for her. Who knows Paper Mache, but. She was stuck. Yeah, I would say she was stuck on it, but she was a great artist for Scepter Records. Actually, she was the bigger money draw, and B.J. Thomas was another one that was a Scepter's big money draw. So they had two really big acts for an independent record label. It was founded by a mother who was disappointed at her daughter and her friends weren't picked up as a recording act, so she decided I do the research. She did all the legwork, did research how to get into the record business. She got in record business, and ultimately was sunk back in the mid-70s by just total mismanagement. Okay, this is K-Star and the California Dreamers. Only When You're Lonely. Oh, a Barry and Salone composition. So it would be something in the lines of Grassroots, Three Dog Nights or stuff. Okay, and this is the When Lights Go On Again Over the World. So I'm trying to figure what year so K-Star, this would be later, because ABC Records, the black label, would be in the mid-70s. K-Star got some good stuff back in the day. She had Marty Patch as conductor and arranger on this song, so yeah, definitely. This is actually probably a Nashville type record. Sunday Would Never Be the Same, Spanking Our Games. This is the A side. Great song. In Distance, that's the B side. That's a nice record right there. At least that one's in good too. Conway Twitty, 1985. Oh yeah. You'll Never Know How Much I Need You Today. And that's the A side. And it's a promotional too. It's on the Cream label, which I thought they were white. And it's a double-sided. Okay. Try to figure what's the difference between A and B. There is none. Just grab it, throw it on there. Oh, look at that warp. This is not going to play well. Oh, that's going to jump over the place. We'll probably play a few of those. Oh, Diamond Records. This is Ronnie Dove Cry. Ooh, another one. Bill Justice. Yeah. Raunchy. But he was a arranger. He did some production work. Rhapsody. This is another one of those, Ronnie Dove's always one of those guys, crossover type singers back in the day. Okay, so KT Records. This is Casey and Sunshine Band with a crack in it. I'm Your Boogeyman. This is the A side, probably. Third part 3 records. This is, as it says, 77. And Wraparounds of Army is the B side on that one. Florida Sound, nice and cracked up right there. It's too bad. It's a cool record. Here go another cracked one. Mills Bars, Chum Chum, Chiblee, Chum, whatever. Dot. She became part of Paramount sing Bye Bye Blackbird, which that's a big one. But again, we got knocked into the crane there. We got crack on the side, so that's no good. Flopped over there. Another United Artists one. Crystal Gale's All Right by Me. I think that's the B side. I think the other one is Make My Eyes Blue. I think, right? Yeah, Don't Make My Brown Eyes Blue. That's the A side. This is thought it was okay. Nope, this is just an old single. This again, these are all playable conditions. Oh yeah, there's a big. Is that crack? Yep, crack in the middle. That's no good. Wow. No, yeah. Speaking about, we had Stafford. Oh, this one has a crack in the middle too. These things are really, really cheap. But Barnaby Records, we got The Streak by Ray Stevens. Ray Stevens is in there. Let's see if I could pop that back on it. Maybe we could play it with that crack in it. So these are times you could play it with the crack into it. I got The Music Inside, which is the B on that one. Yep, he's got Clyde Campbell in there, so that's that's too bad. We got Living Light. That's a B side to what? I think he had these all flipped over A sides on some of this, but we counted them. The guy Lou and I both counted them there. So we got Laura. We got Gloria, which is our huge hit. Yeah, this one's in rough shape, of course. Living Light is a B side on that. I thought that was Gloria. Oh, we got Colossus, Pretty Little Dreamer. This must be the B side right there. It is a B side right there. Pretty Little Dreamer. What is the front? Little Green Bag. There we go. A little bit of Netherlands rock. They call it Dutch rock, or they call it Belgium rock in some places. And Jerry Ross. Jerry Ross brought over a lot of talent. He was based out of New York City, but he had the Jerry Ross Symposium, which they had a big song. They had a moderate hit, maybe. I think it was in the top 40. It was a top 40 hit. I have it on a CD, and he was a producer and promoter, and he found a lot of great talent here. Oh, here you go. You Make Me Feel Brand New. Tom Bell. Stylistics. Get that Russell Tompkins Jr. going on there. Yeah. Only for the Children. That's the B side. There's some writing on there. So until you get to some of this writing, you can figure out if anything. Nope. It has more writing onto it, onto the run out right there. Yep. Classic Hollies. The Air I Could Breathe. You know, so I'll tell you something. The Hollies actually in the 70s, they're doing a lot of records. American artists. They picked up a lot of American artists after 1970. They're always a British band, but they always had an ear for American songs and everything. Here is Albert Hammond, I should say. And, this was a good song. And Terry Sylvester, which was in the Swingin' Blue Jeans. And he took over the place of Graham Nash when he left the group. And they knew Terry from his swing days. They toured with Swingin' Blue Jeans. So they took it up. And he helped save that band because they were directionless without Nash, and Terry fit right on in with his singing. And he wrote some B-sides, and this was a B-side of his. Atlanta June, this is another hit from Pablo Cruz. Let's flip it around. What You Gonna Do? So this is a double-sided. This is 77, so yeah, this is amazing, because this record radio stations playing this one, and I think after a while they started flipping them over, and Atlanta June was a minor hit for them. I think it was starting to get into reaches of the bottom top 40. At least on airplay, they were getting some good airplay. Oh, Main Ingredient. Is that crack on that one? Nope, that's good. Everyone Plays a Fool. We're going to flip it around with Who Can I Turn To When No One Needs Me? Oh, that's a Percussi and Newell. That is actually British. Those guys are British, I thought, because he did a lot of movie, so it could be a movie song. But no, that's nice. Everyone Plays a Fool. Cuba Gooding. Little Bit of Me, a Little Bit of You. Another Neil Diamond song done by the Monkees. Is a Jeff Berry arrangement. The Girl I Knew Somewhere. Mike Nesmith did a lot of B-sides for them throughout the throughout their whole run as the Monkees, you know, and he did explore his they did allow him to explore his writing. Yep. And we got a classic Peter Pan record, Goldilocks, and this is a story, and this is one of the classics, so there's probably a story on both sides. Maybe the same thing. Non-breakable. This is polystyrene, so it has the world's worst sound. Yeah, these were like 69 cents back in the day. And I think when we were growing up, it was $1.29. Get them at Kmart. Always get them at Kmart. Never Zayres. I don't understand that one, but anywho, Hooked on Classics. This is the single. Oh my gosh. They give you all everything they'd put down there. I would just put it right up close. If you could read it, put a pause onto it, and that's the A side, and the B side is the second part of it. So I know on the radio, so this runs about 3:56. I think it runs about almost 6 minutes, because they actually released it where they had both sides. So they actually released a version where I think it was either on a maxi. Like a maxi single, like a 12-inch single, or they put on an audio cassette and they split the sides at the radio station, so they play both sides of it, and it is at 6 minutes, because I've actually heard it on just over the internet, and when they release this is over 6 minutes long, almost 6 minutes long. Must have been a Pablo Cruz fan, because yeah, flip around here. Place in the Sun. That's another giant hit of them. Other side, Alvarano, and that's their B-side. That's interesting. You gotta have the Lord's Prayer. Sister Janet Mead. Flip it around. Brother, Sun, Sister Moon. That's a Donovan cover. She did some weird covers on her record. It's filler material, but A&M Records got Janet Mead to do the Lord's Prayer. Any good Catholic has to have that record, right? Here we go. Lou, which is a Sanford Townsend band. It's really cool. One hit wonders from the 70s, and it's Smoke from the Distant Fire on that side, and it looks like it's... Ooh, it didn't get shaved. It didn't get pressed really well, because we got a rough edge right there. And this is a really thick pressing too. This is a really heavy record. The Association, Requiem of the Masses. That's an interesting one. Never My Love. This is maybe a double-sided one, because this was actually onto the Greatest Hits album for some reason. I got the Greatest Hits album here, and Never My Love was the song, was a big hit. And we gotta have Bobby Goldsboro, Honey. The song where the woman's so dumb she died, of course, you know, and they died back and then, and they have Danny on the other side. So that's a Bobby Goes Bro original. No cracks in this one. Yeah, United Artists, old black label, so this is definitely 67, 68, I think, when it came out. 66, 67, 68, stuff like that. And Bobby, this is when he became more sappy, because initially he's like a country guy, but he became more country. But he did rock sides on the first one. So yeah, right now, Bobby was a pretty good thing. And also, I'm running out of battery, so I'll wrap this up. I was going to show you the Requiem of Masses, but this is 10, so this stinks. So like and subscribe. I got installment 3 coming up.